Hey guys, I got my iPhone Apple 3G 16 gigabytes. So here's the raw review of this phone. So let's get started on this.
Okay, so to start up this review, what we'll do is first take a look at the physical features of the iPhone, and then we'll actually get into the menu system. So here on the right side of the iPhone, there's nothing much there. And on this side, you have your volume controls, and you also have this very smart design here, a fantastic feature that just allows you to simply click this button off, and your phone magically goes into silent mode. And you can turn it back on to make it into a normal mode. And this is smart in the idea of that you don't have to first unlock your phone, you don't have to go into any menu items to make your phone silent. You know what a hassle that is. I don't want to think about it. I just want to flick a switch and do it, and they've got that right on the money here on the iPhone. So on the top of the iPhone, you have the earphone jack, and there's a slot here for your SIM card. You have the power button, and this here on top is the speaker for your ear. And on the bottom of the iPhone, you have your power socket, and you have two speakers here. And this is the on button that turns the screen on. Okay, so now let's talk about the actual design of the interface, right? So why is the iPhone the world's greatest phone, right? So I don't care how many different phones that are out there that are trying to be like the iPhone. You cannot be like the iPhone, and I'll tell you why that is. The reason is because of how much, really, if you think about it, they put a lot of money into thinking about this, right? The iPhone is designed around the customer, right? Meaning that, let's say if we took a PDA, the problem with PDAs is because they have buttons, you have to first in your mind think about the letters. If we were text messaging, you would have to press that number button 2 or 3 times to get the caps or the specific letter that you're doing. Now, if you're texting a lot, you probably get used to it, but that's just crazy, right? Why are you making me think? I don't want to think. Just give me the keyboard with the letters and the stuff that I want. And the iPhone does that, and we will actually take a look at that. And that's really the key to the success of the iPhone, is because they've designed the product around the thinking of the customer, right? It's not the other way around, and there is not even a stylus. As a matter of fact, when you get the iPhone, you won't even get an instructional manual because they just know you are going to figure it out, right? Because everything is so simple. So basically what they've done is really just taking the concept of the mouse, since we're all used to using computers, and turned it into really the finger. Everything on this phone uses the same methodology, right? To open the application, you click the icon, and to use that application, if it had menus, whatever, you will know how to use it. And that's just genius thinking. Okay. So now what we'll do is go over some of these applications. So we'll talk about the goods and the bad, the iPhone. So I'll point out some bad stuff already. First, take a look at this battery power. I've been charging this phone at least 3 times a day. This phone never charges, and even if it goes in full, if I go out and use the phone, and I'm talking about not listening to any music or anything, if I use the maps or anything, the battery starts going down. Look how down it is. I've been charging this all day long, and I just can't seem to get it fully charged. And even if I did, it wouldn't matter. The battery life really sucks on this phone. They have to address this issue. Okay, and the other thing is I paid $550 for this phone, and this is because I'm already an existing AT&T customer. The $199 is only for new customers, and even if I was eligible for an upgrade, I still have to pay more. So I paid for this phone plus a $170 penalty for changing my contract, which I still don't understand. Though I'm still with AT&T, the same customer, to get the iPhone, I have to pay a penalty. And they should be happy to have me as a customer. They really should fix that issue with the contract. But I needed a phone, and I was willing to spend the money. So this is 16 gigs, so I did have to pay more. Okay, so now let's talk about some of these applications. And by the way, to save on battery life, you can actually go in the settings and lower the brightness of the screen, and it will make a bigger difference. You don't have to have it fully bright. Okay, so let's talk about the applications on this phone. Let's start with SMS texting. So here I have an example of a conversation taking place, and here you can see the entire history of that conversation, and this conversation can go on and on forever, and it will keep logging it. And here you can see the different dates the conversation took place. And here's where I'm talking to this person, where I paid $550 for this phone. Okay, and one more thing about this is, let's say if you wanted to delete these conversations, you can actually just swipe your finger on from left to right, and you will see this delete, and you can go like that, it goes away. Now to go back to the original screen, you just press the home button, right? So here the thinking is very simple. So in the calendar, basically you get your calendar, and some of these dates have dots, and because I've configured this to my Outlook, these dots represent events that will happen on that day. So here you can see we have a meeting going on these days. On the day menu, now this is that for today. Let's say we had a meeting to go to, and this is automatically synced with Outlook. You can put anything there you want, and the list is just showing you all the events that will be happening in your calendar. And here you can see you can just keep scrolling up, and it's all the way up to 2009. You can go back, and you can just click today, and it rolls back itself, or you can add it. And now to go back, you would have to press the home key. Okay, so the thinking is different here. In the SMS, to go back to this screen, right, you know that to go back to the main menu, you have to click this, and from the calendar to go back, you have to click this, right? So it's the same concept repeating. So in the photos, it would be the same thing. To go back, you would click here. So in the photo albums, I just have one picture here of my son. Same, and as you all know, you can just do it this way and zoom in on him. I just squeeze it. And if I have more pictures, I could see the next one. So let's go back.